Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. What can you say? We had a great run last time. I don't really want to play as the Melting Remnant again because it took so long. Let's play as the Umbra, and again, allied clan, whatever. Who cares, right, Ruka? Who cares? Who cares, buddy? He's coming in. All right, let's see what we got here. You are a sap unit. A sap boss. I will say, I think we had a, like, Melting Remnant last time. Our deck was easy mode. Easy mode. What we're trying to do... Ruka, what are you doing? You're gonna sit on the paper shredder. I wonder how this could possibly go wrong. Hey, you don't sit on the paper shredder, okay? I send you across the video frame, and you go sit on the cat tree. You go sit on the cat tree. There you go. Crypt Builder. Deal 60 damage to the front enemy unit and push it to the back to the melody of Roll It Slow, but now I gotta get up in there fast. Morsel units get 1 damage shield. Makes them really good as blockers, really. They take a hit, they live, and then they get eaten. I think I'm willing to give this a try. Enemies getting 1 weaker is really good on weak support multi-strike units, but I really like the Gorge mechanic. Let's try to get a Gorge synergy. Alright. Not every floor. Enemy units appear on every floor. Alright, I'll do it. I'm not happy about it, but I'll do it. It's really bad because they start with Rage. So when they start with Rage on the bottom floor, they get a lot weaker as they move up. But when they start with Rage on the top floor, you know, it's hard for us to get a lot done there. There are only 3 here. So I do... Hold on, give me a minute. I know you're gonna live because we have the Shade Splitter mechanic here. The only question is, are you gonna get the Gorge? And the answer is, like, definitely not, right? But you might get the Gorge if I summon 1 more. You are gonna Gorge. We're still only killing 1 unit, so you're gonna take... I think you're gonna take 6 because there's gonna be Rage Decay. There's really no point to summoning a Train Steward just to die. We're not playing as the Candle Boys. This trial might as well, depending on the faction that you're playing, this trial might as well be like, take some pyre damage to get some gold. Now, I still don't really understand how to use Void Binding, I'll just admit it. Apply Damage Shield 2, Rage 6, and Ember Drain 3. So the idea is, I guess you create a morsel, and then you give them all this stuff, and then they get eaten, so the Ember Drain doesn't actually apply. You know, when you put it that way, it actually makes quite a lot of sense. Obviously, you're getting away. I mean, there's not really that much we can do here. The end. We didn't get any ability to summon Morsels. You know, floor 1, like, or fight 1, it always, I don't want to say sucks, but it's always, like, the hardest fight in the game in terms of, like, doing cool stuff. Again, we'll get you out here, and then we might as well hit you, and then I think, you know, you just apply as much damage shield as possible to your boss, because the champion is going to be doing... You don't have any other units except Train Stewards and Morsels, so you might as well do what you can at this point, you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. So bizarrely, I actually think here, maybe try to power this dude up a little bit. Having a Train Steward on this floor sucks. I regret this immensely. You're still dying, huh? Might as well get out in front of the edge. We're gonna make it, but our Pyre's gonna take some decent damage, although it's only taking 1 from those guys. The hard part is gonna be finding a way to take care of this boss. Straight up. Finding a way to take care of this boss. Because I really shouldn't have summoned a Train Steward here. It's making it so the Penumbra can't get any stronger. We do a little better. I know you're like 60 damage is pretty good, but also, at least we get to kill the minions here. And the boss is not strong. He's just annoying. So I'm like, hold on here. I think you do really well with this. Yo, does it show you how much it changes? It doesn't. You're dead. Fantastic. Okay. So the Void Binding actually did... I didn't even think about the idea that Ember Drain doesn't matter in Endless or Ruthless. So that actually, Void Binding is really good as like a last-ditch buff. We do have 4 energy on occasion, but it's kind of hard to sell. Apply Lifesteal 3 and Ember Drain 2 to a friendly unit. Again, pretty good for the Ruthless fight, but I really think like Mind Collapse is oftentimes going to be good for us. Oh, and we have, okay, so it's Stygian Guard is our allied clan. I have to think about this. This is a tough decision. Spell weakness Crypt Builder is really good. I think maybe we can make that work. Maybe. We need a unit as soon as possible. So, okay, we have unit options. I think we got to go Umbra unit, because we have a good chance to get Morsel-related stuff. Morsel Master on the same floor as our champion could be good. Crucible Warden also gets disgusting the more you can have it gorge, but I think getting more Morsels is more important for now. Holdover. Now, Holdover is some very good stuff for us. I really think we need to be able to get Morsels every turn in order to get as buff as we want to be. So Shade Splitter getting that is worth a lot in my world. And then making something better. 3x plus 10 is actually great because we're trying to get to a Slay trigger every single time. And then I'm just going to be 100% with you. I think our Train Stewards are garbage. We want to get them out of there as soon as possible. And now I feel so much more confident in where we're going here. You get plus 4 damage. Doesn't scare me. And the faster we can get these units, it's all about pogging off, dude. The faster you can pog, better off you're going to be. Okay, so here's the play, all right? We want top floor, we want you to be strong. It is what it is. So we're going to get Shade Splitter out there. There's no real need to give anyone Void Binding. We're just going to smack you. And then again, we're going to get twice the Gorge triggers because of this. And we're putting all of our chips at the top to try to make that work better for us. You know, we get more time to make it work, I should say. So you're dead, which is great. And Spell Weakness 1. I'm actually going to apply it to you, hoping that we can get you on the next floor. So up here, we still want Shade Splitter for sure. And we're getting 2 out of that. I'm just thinking about how we want to do this. Do we even want a Train Steward? Kind of feel like, why would you? You get out of here. And then I'm like, you know what? We might as well take like... I thought maybe you would deal some damage. You're not doing some damage, but there's no real reason not to summon you. I don't really even care about protecting our Train Stewards. I want them out of here. Get them out of here as soon as possible. We are getting a lot of junk added to our deck. Ain't no doubt about that. So you're the energy morsel. Your damage and lifesteal, which I would much rather have. You're gonna live, which is truly incredible. Our Pyre is gonna take some damage, and there's almost nothing we can do about it. So we might as well... Probably should have sent out a Train Steward a little earlier, but it is what it is. The Morsel Master is doing some good stuff for us. Is that his name? Morsel Master? Morsel Maker? Whatever, dude. It don't matter. As The Rock said, it doesn't matter what your name is. Now, because you give lifesteal, I feel like I would rather you live through a turn. And then we can... Oh, but you guys are going to move up for sure. So I think we move you to the back. Which didn't really move you to the back, but you get the idea. We can at least get one of these out of here. Our Pyre's going to take a little bit more damage, but we're gorging again, boys. And I think our champion has 2 lifesteal now, which is pretty sweet. Can I please just draw Mind Collapse? It would really do, like, a lot for me. So we're going to have a bunch of energy next turn. I actually love the idea of having a bunch of energy next turn and then getting Mind Collapse and the Special Dust. We didn't quite get what we were looking for. Damage shield 1, Eater gets +3. I think again, well, we might rather you tank the hits this time. You take a 190. I mean, if you're taking 190, we might as well hit you for enough to get you to lethal. I don't know if we handled that perfectly. I think we probably could have started buffing our train steward faster, and maybe they could have done more damage to the boss, but I think it's okay. I think it was okay. And I know we want this to show up more often, but I think we didn't show up very often because we were fighting enemies who made our deck worse. So I think we want more morsels. More morsels for now. And I think more high damage spells will also do good stuff for us. Morsel Maker and Morsel Master are two different things. Okay. So I think Siren of the Sea is just bad. But Crucible Warden I think is good, but I also think Morsel Maker is good. Now the thing is, if you can get the capacity, I'm like, can we summon a Morsel Maker, a Morsel Master, and our champion on the same floor? We can. We can. So we want you, but it's really making one incredible floor and then abandoning everything else. And I love it. I love it. So let's get one more unit, please. And I think we do want a Crucible Collector here. Something that can kind of stand on its own. And Permafrost. I disrespect it. I do not really like it. Holdover is just, it's the best. I will say that holding one of these in your hand until you need it is pretty good. But we also can just play it as we get it and not be upset about it, right? Mind Collapse continues to get better. Making one of our expensive spells cheaper is also good. No reason to reroll because we can't afford anything afterwards. We should be fine against the boss, but it relies on getting our pop-off floor to pop off. And this is a super duplicate, right? If we had more draw, I would be okay making 5 of those super mind collapses. We don't need to duplicate 5 units, okay? We might want to duplicate 1 unit, like Crucible Collector does really well with a Morsel Maker as well. I actually think that's your play. I think you play the coward's way out on this one. Now, Zane is so commonplace in this game that being a coward is actually more zanier than anything else. But really, the idea that you could get 2 lifesteal per turn stacking up on the Gorge Collector, I think is what we're looking for. I like that a lot. And I think it's what we needed, because we really just have 1 good floor and everything else is trash. Now we can have 1 great floor, 1 pretty good floor, and then everything else is trash. So we want, the way we want this set up, okay? And it's tricky. You go here. You go here. I think we like spell weakness on the boss. We don't want a train steward anywhere. And our Gorge Collector is the unit most likely to run into trouble right now, so we're going to give them 2 damage shield. These are some big brain plays. Constructed explosives deal. Okay, so everybody does +1 damage on death. I get it. Well, the front unit gets +1 damage on death. So we have a Morsel Maker, and we have a Morsel Master. I think you got to set up your top floor first. That's our #1 priority. So we get a Morsel Maker, and we get a Morsel Master. I think we want the Master in front. The Maker's slightly more important. I think we want you to die. This is so much more damage than is necessary, but it keeps you in good spirits. Then, Shade Splitter. Okay, you got damage shield 1, which means you would die. However, if I could... Okay, hear me out here. Damage shield 1. Now you got damage shield 3. You're not living, but you are protecting this unit. Why are you not living? Oh, because these guys do 1 damage on death. That's right. Okay, understood. Understood. You can tell I'm thinking. We really do need to get the Gorge Collector to Gorge, though. We're just waiting for Morsel Maker number 2 to show up, which it just did. You're taking a ton of damage, but got you going there. This is free, which is insane. And then I think we actually want you at the front to eat a hit. Now you're taking less damage, and we can really get this party started. You're already packed. You can't do anything. So I think we actually just... Okay, get the lifesteal, like, pogging out of control here. Yeah. This... We've gone wide. Ladies and gentlemen, we've gone wide. So you're doing great. Up here, we got no problems. We got nothing to worry about. You're doing great as well. Are we gonna even build anything on this floor? I feel like the answer is like, why would we? I think we actually do a lot better by just I mean, we can do 60 damage to a unit for no reason. Well, is that no reason? That's a good question. Doesn't really seem like no reason, I suppose. Let's slow you down a little bit. Sure, let's do it. It does remove our damage shield. I don't really mind because we have lifesteal and we're already at max HP anyway. I feel like we'll just give you a damage shield just to get this out of our hand, really. And then we might as well play this just so we don't lose it, you know? It's like a trademark. We gotta litigate, otherwise we couldn't, we'll lose our trademark. Sorry, gamers, we didn't have a choice but to take down that fan game. Alright, so we're getting into, like, final wave territory pretty soon, I think. The only downside about this, and 100%, we're going capacity in the future, but the only downside about this right now... I just want to see an X appear here. No, you explode too fast. That's right. The only downside is that we can't put more units on these floors, right? So, what am I doing here? I don't know. Feel like at least you're doing some damage. Oh, but there's a healer, but still. I mean, what do you do? What do you want me to do? I guess we can get a train steward out there next turn. I love that lifesteal, dude. I love that lifesteal. We can't even fit a train steward there. You're both dying. Great news. You have spell weakness. You got even more spell weakness. I'm waiting until, like, it's just you. And then we're going to hit you real hard. Can't really put anything anywhere else. You're gaining HP. So I kind of feel like we don't need to worry about you. This floor, though. I like that. There's no real reason to even play another anything. I don't know. Maybe? We're doing 12 damage. Now we're doing 20. We've reached the point where our morsels are doing damage. I never thought we'd get here. Now, this is where the real fun begins. You're not dying, which I have to commend you. Is very, very incredible. What if I do this? You're still not dying. Oh, you are a formidable foe. Again, we can't really do anything with them, but... It's probably bad in principle, but also I know we got you next floor, because you're going up against Big Daddy on LV 426. We only have to hit you. We do 105 damage. We only have to hit you once, dude. Plus, you got spell weakness, so, oops. You laughed at my spell weakness plays, and yet here we are. It seems like too much. I really think we are almost like... I wouldn't say we're at a win condition, because I think it's a little ridiculous. And I think we super want an overgorger. We want capacity. But I really genuinely think we've almost got the outline for this run under control. And I think we do want to dupe. I think we want to dupe a card again. Because overgorger, morsel maker, it gets ridiculous. It gets ridiculous. So let's start with removal. We know the train stewards are trash. Everything else kind of has a purpose in this deck. The train stewards are useless. You're gonna think I'm a fool for this. I really don't think we want any other units. I think we just want a third morsel maker, so we have one for every floor. And we want to make your gorges even better. Extra capacity is also really, really good. We could basically hit more gorge triggers per turn as a result. Non-boss enemy units can get +6. I'm willing to admit, this is dangerous. But I want the trial. I want the trial bonus here. We will probably lose some units in the process. So we know turn 1. It's this. Morsel Master behind. Morsel Maker is still more important. That's just turn 1, no matter what. This is a pretty terrible turn for us. We really don't want 2 Morsel Makers. Although, we could summon a Morsel Maker, and you're dying. However, I think we still do just want as many morsels as possible up there. Just to buff the Morsel Maker. Now you're not dying. It's funny how that changes, right? I think our Pyre is going to take some damage here. So we're just waiting for any Gorge-focused unit to step up here. Can I even play? I can. Okay, so we got Crucible Collector, who I've previously called the Gorge Miner. I don't remember what I called you, just to be honest. So we still need this floor to get set up, but I think step 1, we got to hit you. You're only taking 16, so you're going to get in there. You're going to do some dirty work. You're going to do 10 damage to the Pyre. I can live with it, though. So we really just need the Super Gorger to live through 1 attack. And I don't know if we're going to get there, actually. You're going to have to work with me on this one. There's a few... We got to start here. If we play this for 0... we will get energy back. The only question is, can we keep you alive? Like, if I play you here, will you live? You will live. That's so important. So then I can play you for 0. You're still dying? I can't stop it. I just can't stop it. So this is scuffed. Our Train Steward is worth less than a morsel for us. And you guys are going to do some higher damage for sure. I'm scared of all enemies except the boss. The boss doesn't scare me at all here. Just to be straight up with you. You guys have got to run into some trouble. And you're not. Which is... I'm actually like... I think we might die on this turn. I think we might have a 24-minute... monster train run. And the thing is, we can't really adjust this. 30... I don't think we can live. I think we're done here. The damage shield does very little. All we can really do... Don't stop incanting on that floor. That's just an embarrassment. All we can really do is put this on you. Again... Oh, no, we had to incant on this floor. And then, I don't know, don't use that. Did my champion die? I feel like this run just got started. Which is hilarious, because I was just like, I think we got it under control. Well, you know, after an hour-and-a-half long run, to have a 25-minute long run, it hurts. Which is why, instead of doing that, let's append the daily challenge here. Let's see what the daily is. Umbra Stygian Guard, seeing double. When the first friendly unit is summoned, each turn create a copy. You earn half as much gold. 8 calcified ember to your starting deck. Alright, this could be a short one as well. When the first unit is summoned, you summon 2. So summoning a double champion. Well, but then the double champion doesn't work that well because they're all on the same floor. This is a tough one, dude. This is a tough start. Train steward units get damage shield 2 and multi-strike 1. I mean, if we're gonna get stupid, let's get fully stupid. I mean, really? Oh, dude, but double with trample? Okay. By the way, what's really cool is you can see how everybody else that's doing the daily right now is doing. And we'll close that so we don't see any terrible names or photos. But, you know, at the same time, it's neat to see when you're off camera. Enemy units appear on each floor. We're going to let it ride. And we are going to play a little faster as well, just because otherwise this could be a 2-hour-long, 20-gigabyte video. Okay, so whenever you get summoned, you're going to get summoned twice. That's just nuts. Alright, so that's just a staggering amount of damage. And then I really think you don't benefit from Gorge. So I think, honestly, the faster we can get these calcified embers out of our deck, the happier we're going to be. Five damage to enemy units and apply Frostbite 10. It's nice to get the gold, although you earn... You know what? Could last a turn longer by playing this up here, but the Train Steward, I'll admit. Train Steward's getting the... Oh, they'd be so good up here. They'd be getting double kills, dude. The problem... you know what? I think we do it. I think we do it like this. First unit per turn! The first unit per turn gets doubled. In my brain, I was like the first unit of battle. It's not the first unit in battle. It's the first unit per turn. That's amazing. I'm not worried about the gold. Forget the gold, dude. I don't play this game for the gold. Man, I wish I could summon you up here because my champion's going to be in a pretty tricky spot, huh? I think we go super hard on the Train Stewards down here. Morsel Miner. +5 and +5. Really, I think we just benefit that being on our Train Stewards. You're not going to hear me say that too often, but here we are. You guys are dying and I'm living? That's incredible. So we should really just dump this garbage from our hand then. And the faster we get rid of these calcified embers, I think the better off we're going to be. The dailies in this and also Hell Rush are so much fun. I can't recommend enough if you know other people that are playing this game setting up a Hell Rush run. This is the #1 to #5 seller on Steam right now, depending on the day as well. So I would also recommend, you know, just jumping into the lobby. I mean, there's 111 people playing the daily right now. So it's you can create a public game and still find people for sure. We don't really have a Gorge synergy, but we could in the future. So I think making of a Morsel is actually fine. I really just prefer helical crystals on this one, I think. The target you know is better than the target you don't. Now, I think we for sure would like an Umbra unit. We're never going to get Morsel Master to work on the same floor as our champions, so I think you just accept this. And then, you know what? Go up to multi-strike 2. Although, I'm like, maybe... maybe we'd rather send it a little further here, but we definitely multi-strike gets the extra damage buff. Keep in mind, we're getting such little gold. We don't really have great opportunities here. So we do... Now we have a unit that benefits from gorging. And of course, on the daily, the more you do the trials, the more points you get, unless your pyre takes a bunch of damage. So we certainly like this idea. Alright, so we love Penumbra early on. As doubtless. It would be nice to be able to protect you as well. You guys are going to get less strong every floor. We can't... Yeah, that's going to be controversial, but we can't create... Oh, you have haste. Son of a... I support my own decision here. That's what I'm trying to say. This time, though, the less damage our front unit can take, the happier we're gonna be. We also get a little gold out of this, which is worth something. Stop with the haste, okay? The haste. When do we start hasting people? You're all going down. Okay, so what do we like? We want to summon on this floor. We want to get a shade splitter going, and then please just eat up, and then might as well. I don't know. Send it, dude. Excuse me. Where's my extra unit? Oh, did I take? I took an extra unit. Yeah, don't make me laugh. You're taking 141 damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good eats. I think we just do this. And then we know for certain that the boss is going to die on the next floor. And we're getting like, oh, but there is no next floor. Anyway, it seems like you're dead regardless, so no big deal. Would have been a good turn to get some calcified embers out there for sure. Dude, if we can make our champion quick, oh baby. Descend friendly and enemy units on this floor. It's a great opportunity to make like one insanely incredible floor, but I really feel like we do better with the damage shield on our champion. I like this deck. It's weird. Oh, that's we wanted you. You showed up early. That's my bad. It's like if you summon a unit, it comes out twice. So who does best coming out twice? Colossalia, for sure. That double sweep is brutal. The double gorge, I'm realizing now, is effectively worth almost nothing. Because gold is so bad for us, we might as well just dupe a card. And I'm like, dude, maybe you dupe your cool train steward? Maybe? I don't know. I'm adrift here. I'm adrift. Ah, the Rail of the Covenant. Add Purge to a unit? I'm gonna be honest, okay? I feel like we actually could purge the Alloyed Construct. Kind of wish I hadn't gotten them in the first place, because them duplicating... Basically, you're just creating a unit that does nothing at the back. So making this unit great at the front once, and then creating space for some other units, I think is going to be a little bit more conducive to our success. But this is definitely a strange one. So I'm just thinking. You're going to do 15 damage, which sucks. We love Penumbra on the top floor, for certain. But I'm like, would we rather... Dude, hear me out. I think you might even start with a Train Steward to get that duplicated. Then here's what you do. Admittedly, having 2 of these units would be great. I don't think you play it, because our units are precious because we want to make sure they get duped if possible. So again, this is our garbage unit that makes no sense. You don't have to even exist. You're not even our super trained steward, so nobody cares about you. And you're not doing anything, but at least you're not dying. Okay, so we got to get some morsels on that middle floor. They are at least tanky. There's no denying the tankiness. Sadly, we absolutely have to play the Morsel Miner. Which actually doubled it, which is really nice, honestly. And then we can dupe this, and we're actually going to do some damage. Or actually, we're not going to do some damage. We're going to kill all you. You have no fuel, right? Yes, I believe. I should never have given this unit multi-strike and then sought to remove it from my deck. Trust me, I understand. But I think at least we... My hope is that we noticed it early enough that we can pivot out of it. We have Super Train Steward. We do. Still, I think we can wait on them, honestly. And just get a doubled morsel here so you get even stronger. And then we're really just going to apply a damage shield to you to keep you alive for as long as possible. I think we're totally fine against the boss. It's the post-boss economy that worries me. And again, we're just gonna... Really, I think the longer we can keep this guy buff up at the front, the happier we are. We could play Train Steward, but we're not gonna. Instead, just maybe make our champion, you know. Well, really, he didn't get anything, but he gorged. Final wave. So we could play Train Steward now. He will do some damage. I still, in my heart of hearts, believe we do better like this. I believe it. I believe it in my heart of hearts. Didn't you hear me say that? In my heart of hearts. The heart inside of my real heart. I believe it. You're dying, dude. Get out of here. But before we make you die, let's make you die hard. Look at this. That's good stuff. Alright. That being said, I'm glad this unit's out of our deck. We can start to build something a little bit more stable, I hope. I will say I think Deep Offering is kind of a gimme. That way we can actually get our Titan's Tooth played for free. And I definitely think Overgorger's our play. And I definitely think Capacity is our play. Now we can finally maybe start to build some real stuff here. So I do think we don't have gold, really. So we could use an artifact. X cost cards get +3 to their X value. We do have 1. Well, yeah, 2 maybe? No, just 1. Just 1. So that's bad. We will take the silence chance instead. Now here, really, I think you'd like to purge some calcified embers. I don't really think we have too much garbage. The thing with the calcified embers is you can play them for free, but we really want them to go, or you can play them for 3, I should say. We'd really like them to go though. I don't think we're ever gonna get you to gorge, so I think just making you as strong as possible is sick. And I still, I mean, we're gonna take the Maker, but the Morsel Master to create possibly slightly more units is also very interesting, I'll admit. You know what? Everything's going completely fine. I think you might as well keep trying the trials until it gets so dangerous as to be untenable. But right now, that's not an issue. That donkey dunk. That dunk dunk. Donkey dunk. That donkey dunk. Hold on. We want to play Morsel Maker. Here, dude, this is gonna get wild. You ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. I don't know if you're ready. Straight up, I'm just gonna tell you. I don't know if you're ready for this jelly. I'm gonna try something very different. We're gonna double up on Morsel Maker. So it's gonna 2, and then you're gonna create 4 morsels. We're not gonna be able to put an Overgorger up there if that's the case. Okay, so we're not gonna double up on that. We're gonna double up on 5, 1, 2. Well, okay. We're gonna try something. We're not gonna make our Overgorger work with the Morsel Maker on this one. We're gonna double up on the Morsel Maker, but then we're gonna. We can't fit the Penumbra up there. It's 5. I miscounted. All right, guess what? World's Strongest Train Steward incoming, dude. And then Penumbra on this floor. I'm telling you, that Train Steward is gonna give people nightmares. Now, really, you have to exist on the bottom floor. And, oh my god, 2 of you is so bad. I shouldn't have encanted! 2 of you is so bad, you don't work with each other. When one of you dies, we'll be okay. You know what? We need more capacity. We immediately need more capacity. I don't believe it, but it's true. You guys doing okay? You're living. That's stunning to me. This Train Steward is gonna get disgusting, dude. Okay, this time, I think I would rather have you eat. This is gonna be a very interesting round. Okay, perhaps the Overgorger can do some work now. Now we don't have... We don't have any morsels this time, is the thing. So I think you get real spicy. I think you get real spicy, and you do this. You say, "Get out of here." Now give me some morsels, and they're gonna give me some morsels. I wish I could put one in the front and one in the back. You know what? We gotta get him to the point where he's at least doing some damage first. Alright, fantastic. Where are you at? A 4 and 5 unit. Well worth the investment, I would say. Start here, okay. That's a heck of a feeding, brother. Okay. I told you this train steward was gonna pop. Dunka dunka dunk. Dee dunk. Dee dunka dunk. Dunka dunky dunky dunk. I mean, you're not gonna live. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I don't think you're gonna live. We could maybe put... You suck. You don't get anything. You get no buffs. I'm undecided. Hold on. How much space you got up here? 1? We're gonna play this no matter what. I'm just crunching the numbers, okay? This will do better than make you break even. We're gonna put a train steward both pretty much in the same spot here. We're gonna put a train steward at the back. And honestly, again, you're not getting a buff, so we're gonna put a train steward at the back again. We're gonna make this Overgorger work, but it's gonna take time, okay? You just gotta accept this is gonna be one of those, like, slow burning runs. How much? You're taking 10 damage? Would you hurt me if I said that that was better than I thought we were gonna get here? So, because you have trample, I think giving you 3 damage shield is not bad. But instead of giving you 3 damage shield... Oh no, I cannot summon a unit. I could summon 2 morsels in front of you. Or behind you, for that matter. I think this is worth trying once. And at least, there you go. There's 2 damage shield. And then another 2 for you. So, I don't know how much damage you're going to do. I'm going to assume it's a low amount. But I never thought I would say this. We're really just trying to keep you busy until... Oh, you gorged them because there was no unit up there, of course. We're really just trying to keep you busy until this train steward can ruin your life. So you're doing 90 damage. It's okay. I think you start here. And you're still putting this out here to try to... Now you're doing 180. You got 1 extra attack. And I think we say that as a huge positive. Now, the train steward is not doing nearly enough damage. I think we just lost, and nobody is less surprised than me. It's not a good situation for me. But you know what? At least we showed off the daily functionality. I made a lot of mistakes in this one. I don't think there's any point in playing cute about it. Hey, for now, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. At least we got a little bit more padding on the runtime. You know, we're down here with Dr. Dave Death. And Horks. But I'll take it. For now, thanks for watching. Click the like button. If you watched all 44 minutes, I'm going to assume you did like the video. So just click the button. It helps me out a great deal. It's the single best way you can help me out as a content creator. Send a message to the YouTube algorithm. Hey, show this guy's content to more people. For now, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more Monster Train every single day, 10 a.m. Pacific. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the comments, too. See ya.